Breaking the back of perfectionism, breaking the back of insecurities is found in belief in who God is and who God says that you are. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to A Bite of Brownie. I'm Jared and together with my wife Jessie, we are designing videos on the reg to help you taste and see the extravagant love of God. If that's something that you're interested in, if that's something that you're wanting to grow in, consider subscribing. Ring the bell so that you get a notification every time we post a new video. All the YouTube-y stuff. Let's go to work. Today I want to tackle the topic of perfectionism. And I think to be specific, not the humble brag perfectionism, but the crippling fear, cannot say what I need to say, do what I need to do, post what I need to post, be who I need to be, perfectionism. Insecurities that cripple us, the lies that other people believe about us that we believe other people believe, or the lies that we believe about ourselves. I want to deal with that today because I want to live free. I want to live as free as humanly possible. I want this living Christ that's in me to be outside, to be free, to be who He wants to be. This whole perfectionism thing has to die. Now, people like Matt D'Avella, Gary Vaynerchuk, Scott McKenna, Levi Allen, everybody in YouTube right now is talking about perfectionism. Now, all of these guys are talking about posting stuff, but I'm talking about living life. And I know it plagues me because I made a video yesterday. It was on my cell phone. I walked outside, giant bat of a butterfly. I walked outside yesterday. I made a cell phone post because I had the whole day planned. I was going to take you guys along on a photography shoot. And I was going to show you all the insides and outsides and how it doesn't have to be perfect. Just share the story that's with you. It didn't work out, didn't pan out on the main rig, so I took out my cell phone at the end of the day and I was like, surely, it is, and don't call me Shirley. Surely I can get out my cell phone and record a couple seconds. Well, the audio was off, it was all vertical, it looked horrible, and perfectionism set in. And rather than the message that came across, which was golden, and I'll show you snippets of it here. There's a lion on the inside who wants to talk to people, who wants to speak to people, who wants to encounter people, who wants to love on me. Rather than the message coming across, I got caught up in perfectionism. As a matter of fact, right now I have 6 pieces of content that I'm nervous about putting out there. And it's not because they're not perfect or they're not finalized out. It's because I'm scared of what you guys are gonna think. I'm scared of putting myself out into the world. Here's the frustration piece. Whenever I bring these things to my Father, He doesn't seem to care. The insecurities that I have, He doesn't have. The things that are hanging me up, He's not hung up on it at all. Every time I come to Him, He's got a smile on His face. He's excited about doing the things that He wants to do. He keeps on pushing the same message of love and inspiration out through me. It just seems to get caught up in all these, yeah, but Lord, what are they going to think whenever I finally say this and they finally understand what... It's got to be broken. And what I'm trying to say is the same thing that I'm going to go to a group of young adults tonight, and I'm probably going to fail in communicating unless the Lord steps in and makes it. And the thing is this, God has a plan and a purpose for your life. He loves you, and you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to be conformed and changed and loved on and expressed through and a part of the journey. And if you're willing, if you say yes, if there's a yes in your heart, He does the rest. Think about Abraham real quick with me for a second. Abraham simply said yes to God. He's a man, he's an old man. God promises him a son, and then he says yes. And because he believed, think about this. If I believe God, He counts it to me as righteousness and He works out the rest. God is the guarantor of what He said He wants to do in you. Maybe we can relax and just put out the content, love on our neighbor, express ourselves however we want to express ourselves. And let the big lion eat. Oh, hey, here's a quick snippet from Sunday whenever I got amped up about this message. I had to live it out this week. The guarantor of the covenant is better. One was a servant of the house. One is a son in the house. So we're not looking for a superstar, rock star leader to come and be emerging. You don't need Jared to be everything. You have the living God dwelling inside of you and inside of us. That's the life, the light source, the wah of this world. What is that? It's Him. Woo! It's Him. I don't have to perform to be anything. He's like he's a lion. He's looking for something He wants to say something. He wants to talk to you. He has something for you. It's just, get Jared out of the way. Make it all proper. No. I want to talk to somebody. You are my son. You are my daughter. And you know what's fun? Is whenever people don't recognize that about themselves, and they're like, you are my son, you are my daughter. You're like, Jesus, get back in there. That's inappropriate. No, you're my son. You're my son. And they don't believe it about themselves. It's part of what you guys see as the frustration in some of these videos is that I have something that I want to say, however, I fail on the human sense to communicate it. But Jesus seems to be getting his message across, and I want to be willing to do it every time. So you're going to watch all the train wrecks, all the blah, 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 crash and burns, and I'm not even going to edit a lot of it out because this is real life. This is the whole reason I got into it. For some reason, people think that whenever pastors are up on stage that they've got something huge planned out. It's not really who they are. They're just trying to communicate a point, and it's all mental. That's why I got into vlogging in the first place, was so that you could see that there's a flawed man, there's a guy who's fallen, who lives in a fallen world, but Jesus has redeemed. Jesus calls me saint, Jesus calls me son. He loves me, he has a plan for me, he has people that he wants me to speak to, actually here on YouTube. Some of you guys are here because you can receive his voice the way that he speaks to humanity, his earth, through me. And I'm a part of that journey, and I'm grateful for it. Just all of that to say, God can use you. If he can use me, he can use you. Breaking the back of perfectionism, breaking the back of insecurities, is found in belief in who God is and who God says that you are. When we believe him, he does the rest.